Let me go back to the recording here.
Serial killers whose motives are sexual have a fair number of commonalities. One is the desire to inflict pain and suffering.
Jessica Taylor and Valerie Mack, another dismembered victim found in Manorville, were tied to the Gilgo Beach serial killer or killers. Two law enforcement sources told me they were tied up in a very cruel way. One saying their leg area was bound in a ball. You'd have to be a hunter to do something like that.
Mike, that is 100% a signature.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Did they find knots on the Gilgo Beach bodies that were, remember, wrapped in the burlap?
Mm-hmm.
Did they find knots that were similar or the same as these Manorville bodies of Jessica Taylor and Valerie Mack? They're saying it a hunter. Well, experts in knot tying can identify certain knots, and sometimes the knot will identify you as someone that had nautical training, someone that had military training, someone that was a hunter. So these are questions, and good questions, to have when you're looking at a serial killer and his modus operandi, signature, and staging, because this absolutely involves staging, since he cut up the bodies and moved parts to a different location. Your thoughts?
Yeah, Billy, we are all creatures of habit. We do certain things every single day the same way. We like our coffee the same way, our tea the same way, our breakfast the same way. And when you're a criminal, you do things the same way. You commit a robbery. You wear a certain jacket because it feels comfortable. You do it in a certain area, and you escape to a subway station nearby, take the elevated train, whatever it happens to be. We all, because we want to feel comfortable, we want to do things pretty quickly. And what do we do pretty quickly is things that are kind of like this muscle memory and memory within the way we do things. And so therefore we don't have to think, oh my God, how do I commit this robbery? How do I get away with it? And same thing here. This person is going to kill. They want to dispose of the body. They're going to do it a certain way quickly. They're going to dispose of the body parts. They're going to hide it in a certain area that they feel comfortable with. They don't want to sit there and go, okay, I've got a body over here and I've got parts over here. How the heck do I figure out what to do? No, they've got it figured out. They're going to do something that makes them feel comfortable, go someplace where they know they won't be seen. And that is a place where you've probably been there before. So you know the layout. If you're going in on a very dark night to a wooded area, you don't want to lose track of where you are. You'll get lost if you don't know the area very well. So you go to an area that you know. So that would make sense, because we do know that Heuermann was a hunter. Maybe ducks or whatever he was. On deer, I have no idea, but he was a hunter, had that burlap. So therefore, that is a part of how everyone does their job, whatever that job happens to be, lawful or unlawful. We do the same thing every day. And little things are all circumstantial evidence. The fact that there's burlap, the fact that there's tied up in a certain way, the fact that there may be duct tape, the fact that they may be in an area by in a sand dune, the fact that they are in a wooded area, if there's certain knots that are used. You take all those little pieces of circumstantial evidence, and in and of themselves, by themselves, separated from everything else, are not powerful. But you stack them one on top of another, and you see the commonality, and that therefore gives law enforcement the idea correctly that we are searching for one person, and one person who may be a hunter. Okay, if you think that you're going after a hunter, that takes out a lot of people from the possible suspect list. If somebody does something that shows that they have military training, that takes out a whole lot of people and just narrows the focus down. All these little things help figure out in some way, in some small little measured way, who you're looking for. So all those little things like tying knots and tape, that's all good stuff for police to use.